Good morning, St. Paul's. I'm Jeff Lafayette,
I'm Jay Smith.
and we are the dressed up halves of Deborah and Carolyn. We have a special guest today, and I'm sorry for all the other special guests we didn't dress up for, but this one, yeah, she absolutely warrants it. But we're not going to tell you who it is until later.
I,
How you
I am
doing?
so not dressing up for the pubs and pews, guys. Not
You
happy.
know what? I'll be honest. They're lucky I even get dressed,
Yeah.
right? So, so announcements this week. Once you get that visual in your mind. Announcements today. Mind and Spirit Matters workshop with Carolyn and the mental health team on Friday, May 14th at noon. Details will be in the newsletter, which is written by,
Candy.
yeah, I just think we need to say Candy every week. It just
I,
makes
I
me
agree.
absolutely. Dr. Anna is continuing on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. And if you want to let Deborah know if you're joining her for the book study on May 15th, she needs at least three people. So let's not make her sad and get at least four. That's kind of our goal. So
Nice.
yeah, how you holding up, Jay?
You know what? It's third lockdown. We've been at this for what, 13 and a half, almost 14 months. Yeah, the time it's taken its toll. How about you?
I'm totally feeling that, and I'm feeling that we need to look at some of the positives, and we need to look at things that keep us going in the right direction. So we're going to be focusing for the next few weeks on stewardship.
Right.
But in stewardship, people always think about money, and I get it, right? But stewardship is about time, treasure, and talents, right? It's about sure we're asking for money, but we're also asking for your time and your talents and celebrating all of those. And we got a guest with us today that I think people are really going to appreciate. As we focus on gratitude today.
I'm absolutely not going to knock our guest because I think our guest today is absolutely a great person to have on. But she doesn't have far to reach to be better than what we've had. So,
You don't think so? Well, you know what I always say: C's get degrees, man.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely. The pubs gang, it's not hard to beat any of us.
that's right. That's right. If you're average, people don't expect much. It's great.
No, no, absolutely. So this week we are so happy to welcome Pat Mason for our first week of stewardship. And we are so happy that you're not Ron.
It's really nice when we set the bar low.
It is.
So there you go.
So, Pat, thanks for coming on. And we are talking about gratitude. And we're wondering about how you maintain gratitude when times are tough.
Okay. Well, to be perfectly honest, I think that for me, I always go harbor back to something that my late husband David always said. And for anyone who knew him, he had a fairly lengthy um, journey with three different types of cancers over about a 9-year period. Um, and his basic motto was every day is a good day. So no matter what you have to face that day, it's a good day if you have another day. Um, and I kind of go along with that myself.
That's pretty awesome, given what we're all going through right now. Uh, Stewardship, we talk about, talents and giving and all of those things. And like Jeff had said earlier, it's not just about money. And so what can you offer people about positivity right now and how to maintain that positivity, in the middle of another lockdown, 14 months of COVID and, you know, uh, good news seems rare. So, how are you maintaining that positivity?
Well, I think for me, doing things that I like to do is an important part of it. So I like to read. So I try to make sure that I spend some time reading. I like to be outside, even in the cold and in the snow. I would be outside for walks because I think it really feels good when you're outside getting fresh air. And I have really tried to maintain contacts with people that I formerly worked with, who I would normally be seeing on a regular basis for lunches and things like that. So because we can't do that, we have Zoom meetings, and so I've been coordinating those. And so I just try to keep in contact with people. And certainly the best part of it is when I have my FaceTime times with my grandchildren.
That's amazing. Amazing.
I just want to say I am closer to tears than I expected to be. There is a warmth, and I really appreciate you sharing that, because I'm feeling that there's a lot of times to feel lonely, but there's also a time to say, you know what, I don't have to be alone. And so I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate, and I know Jay and I both really appreciate the your ability to articulate um that. I don't know if you have another question, Jay.
No, no, I
Yeah.
think, that covers it. And I think for me, just saying, thank you for being that, shining light at St. Paul's, and for everything you give back, that stewardship thing of time and talent. So thank you very much.
Well, I think we've been very lucky with the friendships that we've developed at St. Paul's over time. And so that's an important part of my life. And I think one of the things that I know as a psychologist is that you have a happier life if you have lots of social contacts. And it's really important to keep interacting with people.
Amazing. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I will say thank you. And just to end this on a Jeff and Jay note, it's so nice to meet with you without having to lie down on a couch or pay for it. But we are still scheduled for our weekly couple session, I hope. And hope to see you next week.
Is that you and Deborah, or you and I going?
You know what? We'll just keep people guessing. What do you think?
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I have to let you know that I'm a retired psychologist. So
So you're saying pro bono?
I can't provide direct service. I can only
Oh,
consult.
well, that's okay. I have a pretty good thought I probably wouldn't have followed the direction anyways. So that's how I keep growing horizontally. Anyways, so I want to say a really big thank you to you, and a thank you to Jay, and St. Paul's. Keep smiling, keep being full of gratitude, and know that we got a bunch of people who keep us going, and Pat is one of them. So thank you, and you have to join us now, Pat. We got to get your jazz hands up.
Okay.
And smile, everybody. That's right.